Hello everybody, this is Tony Lee's Chemical Plant Zone Act 2 remix for Sonic the Hedgehog 2 HD. Welcome to another Tales Channel Live. I know, it's been a while. It's very loud. I'm going to turn it down. I just really liked it. Anyway, guys, welcome to a stream. We haven't done one of these in a long time. Anyway, I'm going to make sure that I'm actually live. I like to start, hot to keep it simple. I just want to make sure that we're actually live, though, just in case we're not. Okay, we're not. Security check done. We are definitely live. First thing I want to let you guys know is, while I'm drawing, it's going to be a little bit of a plushie parade. I know. Cringe. Anyway, let's move forward. We have some plushies. I'm going to switch them every 2 songs. Help me remember, please. We got some plushies. I just want to put them there. Okay, it looks aesthetically pleasing. It looks aesthetically pleasing. I've turned into Mario. It's Sonic's birthday, not Mario 64, which is so hilarious that is happening at the same time. Oh my gosh. Funny how history can be. But dates are dates. They're just numbers that we created. Uh-oh, I'm just gonna stay out of that territory. I should just draw, shouldn't I? So basically, I've already done the drawing. As you can, if you can't tell, let me bring it a little closer for you there, so you can see all the hard work I put in. Yeah, all right, there we go. I put in a lot of hard work. Please appreciate me. No, you can tell that I spent like forever. I erased his feet a couple times. Look at his ears, at least like 6 times, because I look at the adventure art and I go like, oh, that's not a model at all. That does not look right. And I draw it again, and now this is where everyone's gonna be like, hey. Oh wait, let me just put the mic in a position where I can actually draw. You might just see my head. So for the sake of a meme. Hi. Anyway, moving forward from that, just to get it out of the way, because to avoid the question being asked. That was one song. Do you guys have any requests for what you want to hear next? You can tell that I was like, oh yeah, I gotta mention that. I gotta mention that they can request songs. Also, this pop filter, you can't see because you're looking at the drawing that I'm not doing. Okay, I'll do the requests for the next song, but I'm gonna let Hyper Potion's Time Trials play, just out of respect. Everybody, please stand up for the Sonic Fan National Anthem. Everybody, please stand up. Can I get a standing whatever you are emoji? They all exist, right? There's enough of them, right? Can I get a standing emoji? Is that, please? I hope that's a possible request. That is the emoji I want, though I don't know it exists for sure yet. That's what I request. I spent all that time on the mic, and it's not even in the position I needed to be in. There we go. And it was that easy. Oh, it just takes a little effort. Gone your place today. You want to run away. Okay, I'll stop, okay? I won't do it all the time. It's just very hard. It's Sonic's birthday, okay? Can I get a pass? Can I get a pass for just today? No? Fine. Stay quiet and do the art. Shut up and do the art. You entertainer. Rub my feet while you do it. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I already apologize. I sometimes forget, okay? I just do. I try to talk as much as possible, but I don't encourage it for other people. Is this pen? No, it's not. Okay, I thought the pen was ripping the paper for a second. I know it's very far away from you. There's not too much I can do about it? No, because then you wouldn't be able to see. That's fine. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Anyway. Shut up and do the art. Oh yeah, I said I wanted to be more social. So guys, I actually think it might be easier to look at the chat on the screen over there as opposed to on my phone, because I was thinking about putting it here. Actually, this might be easier. Let me just... Oh, my background's my own art. Yeah, okay. I'm very proud of the work that Lords and I do together. And I like my own art, okay? I work really hard, alright? Self-love. I think it's fine. Anyway, guys, I love these art streams because, yeah, I can have the chat sitting right there, and I'm looking in that direction anyway. I don't gotta move my head all around. If I had a neck pillow, that'd be perfect. The mic's right there, right next to you can't see it, but it's right there. I'm thinking about moving the camera. I'm like, stop, don't even touch it, just do the art. Can't stay focused. Oh, my phone went off. So guys, how did you all first get into Sonic? The very first time Your very first experience with Sonic the Hedgehog. I'll start with mine, since it's going to take a while for the responses to come in. My very first experience, honestly, I think the only appropriate way to tell the story is by starting with saying I don't remember, only to give you a gauge about how young I was. I think my dad had a game. Oh, hi, Opal. I think my dad had a game on a Game Gear, and he was a tech kind of guy, so he liked to buy gadgets, and I think he had a friend that worked at Radio Shack, so I think that might have been how he got it. I don't know if that's true. This is coming from my child brain. This is not something I ever got directly from my father. I'm just putting two things about my father together and being a detective the best that I can, because the more words, the better when you're a live streamer, right? Haha. Sorry, I want to... Anyway, requests for songs. Did anyone see Sonic Heroes? No, that's your first experience. I'm going to scroll up. I think it's only appropriate.
It doesn't matter. I saw someone...
Thank you so much, Lords. Coming in with the support, even when she's sick with food poisoning. Can I get a clapping emoji? Can I get a clapping emoji? Ooh, do I want this one? Yes, I do. I don't care. I'm sorry. I know it might not be the one that you wanted, but I know this is HD and my aesthetic. You should be able to enjoy it sheerly based on the drawing I'm doing, okay? It's fine. Everyone's saying hi, Lords. Feel love. I'm drawing really slowly. Sorry. Very detail-oriented. If I rush through it, it won't be good, okay? Don't rush perfection. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It wouldn't be worth drawing if I wasn't trying to make it perfect. Just saying. My own way. Okay, I might sing a lot. What do you... Oh, yeah. Thank you. Do you want to just select one? I guess Lords is now the self-proclaimed plushie parade runner, which is so great, because I don't want that title. I don't want that title, but that's... I basically just... I'm roasting Lords, and she's helping me. Thanks, Lords. I really appreciate it. That's our Sonic Boom plushie. I should probably talk about it. It's just sitting there like, yeah, there it is. It's a Sonic Boom plushie. There's a story to it, actually. I got it on a fantastic trip with a bunch of friends of mine that you might know in the community. Dorian Nelson, Victor, or the Blue, one of the others. And then the other Blue Spin Dash. I don't know their usernames. They're too similar. It's your own fault. They probably regret it, too. Anyway. So... got a little off track there. It's a Boom plushie. I got it at the 25th anniversary party with my friends. I think I'm forgetting some people in that. Oh, the Emmy. I don't want to forget anyone else. Who else was there? Oh yeah, Spirit of the Blue. He did, or used to do voiceover for Misadventures. I think he's doing the voice of Sonic in Project Nizo Unleashed. I think that's the name of the project. I'm really focused on the art right now and don't know words correctly. That is what is more accurately happening right now. Anyway, play Blink of an Eye. I see it. I know this is probably not the first request I got, but it's the first one I saw, and out of sheer fear of having to waste time and scrolling up, I'm gonna Blink of an Eye. Here we go. By Victor McKnight. Shoutouts. Let's play one of my faves. This one is ridiculously catchy. It sticks in your head. Like, I don't know, peanut butter would stick to the sandwich, the slice of bread. I tried. You don't know what it's like, okay? I try and try, and it's a silent audience here. I studied live theater performance where I'm used to a crowd going, ha ha ha, just to reassure me, even though they could just be laughing to be socially friendly and they don't actually mean it, but it's still there, you know? All I have here is just people in their Well, knowing that, Any requests for songs next? Lords, did you say something? Open your heart. Are these your requests or theirs? These feel like your requests, Lords. Open your heart. Lords our DJ as well. Excellent. She's doing the whole stream. I'm not even real. Fades. She's the puppet master here. So it's gonna be the thunder, rain, and lightning sounds for a little while. Oh, there we go. We got some of the music going. I gotta open the stream again because I think everything's screwing up again. There we go. All right, open your heart. So let's think about something. Yeah, what is everybody's favorite Sonic design? I think I wanna. Are we drawing with you? Are we drawing with you on the stream, like Perfect Reasons? If you want, but honestly, a lot of people. Oh, thank you so much. Wow. Plushie Parade Committee and DJ wearing 2 hats. God, you don't sound very sick, do you, Lords? Sounds a little bit like you could be on the stream and help it not seem like I'm having to be ridiculously talkative to entertain the stream without you. Just roasting her for helping me once again. I'm evil. Ah ha ha ha. And Opal is laughing with me. Together, we are an evil team. Trying to ruin your life, Lords. It's us together. We teamed up. I trained her behind the scenes. We're all against you, Lords. We knew that you'd be sick, and in this moment of your weakness, we decided to attack collectively. I'm done. I ran out of steam. Just as you all probably started to get annoyed. Even Opal is singing. I'm sure you're... Because I'm sure you're right. Wait, oh. Oh, no. You're probably talking about me. So, what is everybody's favorite Sonic design? And why? Write your reasons. For me, it's the adventure design, obviously, because I draw it all the time, but let me explain it. I really like the graffiti style. I don't know, I guess I developed a habit during school because I couldn't focus what the people were saying. It was boring and it was not epic games. And so I doodled all the time, and I tend to always opt to just do like kind of tribal-ish shapes. Like, similar to how I'm doing the line art here, that's why I'm being like so meticulous about it and not just like doing a one-push swipe. I really like detailing the curves, making sure every line is placed just right. I don't know, I enjoy that, even though it takes forever. Like, I'm sure some of you are probably like, this is so slow. I hate this. But this is what I like. This is how I like to draw. I know other people draw much faster than I do, but this is the only way that it is at the level of quality where I can walk away from it and go, that's just so good. And I feel good about it. And what's the point if it's not going to feel good? Thank you. Donation notification Lords as well. Wow, I don't even need a computer. I'll just use Lords as my computer. I'll just like jab to her with my finger and be like, hey, Google search. You're gonna be my new what is it? Amazon box computer thing. Another one. So first donation was $2 by Teen Rival Sonic Gamer. No message attached. If I see you in the chat, I'll definitely respond to some question that you have, Teen Rival. Because you can definitely ask us something, and I should definitely directly answer it. But if you'd rather stay quiet, that's perfectly fine, and I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much for the $2. Hadron, $5. Happy birthday, Sonic, with some fireworks. I know. Honestly, even though Adventure Sonic is my preferred design for the reasons that I was saying before, I really appreciate Sonic in general. I know that the quality has not been as great as it can possibly be. It has so much potential, but I'm just so confident with the recent things that have happened, not in games, but just overall shifts in the company that I see. I'm so confident, based on my experience in the past with the company, growing up with it, that this is a really exciting time for Sega, but as a consequence also Sonic, which has not normally been the case. Normally Sonic games get hyped up, and the next game, you know, gets hyped up as per usual, and the Sonic cycle normally fits right in to what you'd expect or how people react. But this time is different. because Mania really changed everything in more ways than I think most people realize. And also the social media. That blew up considerably. It did very well, and now their interaction with the community is there. Much more than it has ever been. In part due, and most part due to just the rise of social media and brands connecting with their fans more. Fans are having more of a way to interact with companies and express how they feel about something. And the first I'm sorry. I'm a YouTube poop. I'm a living YouTube poop. Oh no. It's fine. It's content. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. The perfect community to take advantage of that. I'm back on track. Perfect community to take advantage of that is the Sonic community. And they did. Right away, they were like, they've been already dying to communicate with Sega for so long and trying to get their voices heard in so many other ways. So, of course, when that door was opened, the Sonic team ran with it, or the Sonic community ran with it. And I think the Sonic team is starting to see. I really do. So that's kind of how I stay really positive. That's kind of where my mind is. What's up? What, they can't hear me? They can't? I'm talking really close to the mic. Please tell me you can hear me. Oh no. Was this even a requested song? Man, I talked too long. Plushie has to be moved next round. I'm reminding myself. Next time I'm gonna get a request. There's so much to focus on. Flooding the mic. Oh, so it's just... Oh, so it's not, like, completely... I turned it down. Should be fine now. I probably got sidetracked from what I was saying earlier. Thanks, Lords. Thank you so much. Once again, being mean to her, helping me. Sorry, Lords. Huh? I'm being mean to you. So I'm saying sorry. It's okay. She's fine with it. I promise. Lords, you're fine with it, right? Lords? Lords? You're fine with it, right? Lords! Stop doing that! Stop not looking at me! Why won't you look at me? This is it, guys. The end of Tails channel. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't even believe it for a second. Not even close to being real. Can we have some Lords in the chat? Lords, are you in the chat? Little Boulder. Genuinely love the adventure art style of modern Sonic. Really glad to see you keeping the spirit of it alive. I try. I try my best. But Yuji Ikawa's recent art for the Sonic Channel calendars have been really great lately. There are some shapes and styles, ear styles and quill styles that I prefer from the original Adventure games. Mostly Adventure 1, but I take some cues from Adventure 2. But Adventure 2 didn't really, I think, have as much promo art because it wasn't the origin of the Adventure design. And so it didn't need like a whole style guide to come out. And so a bunch of art for the Adventure style came out at the same time, and so I think it's mostly fair to say that it's Adventure 1 art style. I need my arm to be where this plushie is. Yeah, it should be a classic song next. It's been a lot of modern. Oh, okay. Here. Yeah, I haven't been as in control of the music as I expected to be. My bad. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I have the perfect thing to play. Yeah, put it down. Welcome, Shadow. Welcome. Shadow, stop. Stop, this is not a Sonic song video. Ah! He just tried to, like, backflip kick me, dude. Or front flip, I guess. He didn't really backflip. That would be a lot of extra effort. Unnecessary effort. But Shadow would do something like that, a backflip kick, just for no reason. Just because he can. Sonic would like go and do a regular kick, like just lift his leg and lunge at him. Shadow would like be unnecessary, do a backflip, spin around in the air on his jet skis, his air jet ski, whatever feet he has, and then just, you know, kick him in the face. So extra, Shadow. Jeez, why don't you just fight? Why do you got to be an acrobatic mofo? Okay, classic song next. I got the perfect thing to play. It's a concert I was listening to this morning. It felt fitting for Sonic's birthday. And it's got a bunch of great tunes in it. And I love me some live music, and this one is especially good. Sound of Sonic 2017, the concert that was held at Comic-Con 2017, obviously. This has got some classic stuff, especially for a little while. Clearly because I can't take the requests I expected to while simultaneously socializing with you guys enough. Grieve a Shadow's entire shtick nowadays is one-upping Sonic, not because he wants to prove he's better, but just because he knows he can. I guess? Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to see more, like, equal matches between Sonic and Shadow, where they really take the opportunity to showcase graphically what the you know, given engines, depending on the game, can really pull off for action scenes, in-game especially. A lot of missed opportunities. We see a lot of really simple fights between Sonic and Shadow, but like just based on their designs alone and how they're like so similar. I don't know. I think that's like there's like opportunity for like a really cool action scene between both of them. And I just feel like we've never really seen it. I'd really like to see something like that. And I feel like every time Sonic interacts with Shadow, and they're like talk for like a few seconds and then they go into their boss fight. I know Sonic is primarily a game, so they should be in a boss fight, but it's just something I've always wanted to see in the game. What's that? What the? Is that what Ryan's saying? The whole concert is too loud? I did turn it down. I'm sure where it was fine. No, I turned it down. Everyone's saying much better. You have to consider that it's delayed. That's what I was saying. I wasn't like going, no! I already turned it down. I like this music. I'm sorry I see the cool. I'm sorry, everybody. I will now know to play the music properly. It's very hard for me to jump in and out of the art mode and the streamer mode. It's a lot easier when I'm just sitting there and only talking. This is like a lot. At least for me. I know for somebody else it wouldn't be as hard, I'm sure. No swear if you play Gangsta's Paradise. Oh, you mean like a clean version? No, I'm not gonna play it. Thank you for the advice, though, guys. I appreciate it. Having my back. Okay, so we don't like the sound of Sonic, I don't think. So I heard Play Back in Time, and I think that's great. I love that song. I'm gonna scroll up to find the person who asked, because I remember their icon was, I think, orange. Oh no, there's a lot of orange icons. Oh no. Oh, this is harder than I thought. Oh no, this is harder than I thought. I can't find the person. Oh man. Okay, well, we're playing Back in Time. Oh, come on. Forgot to put Sonic. The whole world doesn't exist in the Sonic community? Not everybody knows what Back in Time is from Sonic or Sonic or. I'll play something else. I will turn down the music, I promise. I accidentally turned it up. It's so quiet for me, though. Anyway. I was turning it at a volume that was convenient for me at your expense. Ha ha ha! Let me refresh. Okay. I'm sorry, everybody. We're back on track, okay? I'm sorry. I'm focusing too much on the art. That's what's happening. Okay? At least the art will be good, okay? The art is still fine. Minus all the smudge marks from when I was putting my pinky everywhere. It's still fine. We're fine. I get in this mode where I talk and draw, and that's like too much. And everything else fades away. And I go into the Sonic world and I talk to everyone. They're all my friends in real life. Just kidding. Can you turn up the music? I am not Sonic 605. Oh, I'm gonna flip. No, I got it. I know exactly. I'm just overreacting. I know exactly where it needs to be. You'll need to just chill, okay? I'm just pulling your leg, okay? Sometimes I just like to be funny for the lulz, you know? Please don't leave. Please stay. I'm sorry. I heard my own voice, lords. You're watching the stream. Exposed. Donation by Co-M. Sonic88. $1.99. What's up? Could you please draw Sally? No. Sorry. I already... You can tell that I spent... no, you can't really tell. I spent a really long time drawing just this one. And I would not even get close to finishing a Sally drawing. It takes me that long. But thank you so much for the $1.99 Co-M. I really appreciate it. It really helps us out a lot. Helps us sustain. Because internet ain't cheap. Especially in our area. Oof. Thank you so much, though, once again. Okay. What does everybody think of Infinite? Let's go there. How do we think of him as a character? Would you be mad to see him back? I know I should talk more about Classic Sonic, too. So that's where I'll trail off, because my opinion on Infinite is he's not a right character. I think he can stick around. I wouldn't mind if we see him in some party games. I don't want to see him... I could see him in the story. I don't want him playable or anything like that. Anyway, Classic Sonic. My first Sonic game was on the Game Gear, like I was saying. I'm finally getting back to that. On the Game Gear, playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Wow. I was talking about this a long time ago and completely forgot. But yeah, we played on Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Game Gear. It was very difficult, but for some reason I was hooked. I think it was because of the music, because the music was so good in that game. It was insane. And I know that it's good. Sonic 2 for the Game Gear. Anybody? Can I get a 1 in the chat for Sonic 2 in the Game Gear's OST? Or Sonic 1. Sonic 2 for the Game Gear's OST, please. That OST is awesome. I can't be the only one. I love it. Anyway, what's everybody's favorite Sonic OST? And explain why, too. That'll help steer the conversation. I encourage a lot of you to participate. Everybody wins from a focused chat. It makes it easier for me to interact with you, easier for me to pull questions. And I mean, if you don't want to talk about what we're talking about, then I'm sure someone else is streaming for Sonic's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why there's a lot of options. I'm getting a lot of 1s, but some people are saying 2s, and I think that means yes, but they want to be funny. Because they're still reacting to the questions, so they don't despise it to the point where it's like, oh, Silver's coming here. Your actions will condemn us all. Thanks, Silver. What should I play next, guys? It should be a classic song. Let's give classic a little bit more love. Let's give classic... Reboot. No, I said classic. Classic. Classic music. Classic. Mania music. Studiopolis 2. Sold. Sold to Evan Plays and Mighty plus Mania mostly, but you both helped. You both contributed. Mania Studio Act 2. I know Studiopolis. I know. I did it right. Don't worry. It's fine. Okay. Let me get one that's like the whole song, but it's not extended. What? Why is this hard? Well, 2.5 minutes is fine. Oh yeah! Everyone's favorite OST. I didn't really see that. I really didn't see that. Sonic Adventure 2? Is that what, is that the answer? Sega Hedgehog Minecraft? Was that your answer to that question? Sonic Runners was a request. My first game is Sonic Heroes. I come back to Sonic R music. Yeah, Lilac, we're playing it. Got any drawing tips? That's actually a really good question, Electric Egg. Honestly, practice hands, feet, body. You know, just practice the things that you're gonna be drawing with. Oh god, the music's loud. I know the music's loud. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, now I'm gonna be hearing it. It's delayed. Oh, we all noticed it together. No, we didn't. They noticed it instantly. I noticed it way too late. I noticed it as long as it takes for it to travel across to the computer screens. And I'm a delayed person. I fixed it, okay? Without your reminders. Let it be known that I figured it out by myself, but I appreciate your assistance. I was just trying to interact with the chat all that time. Why is the volume so loud on your computer, Lords? This is not my computer, that's my excuse. She's got really loud output right now, I guess. I don't know. I guess I have everything on mine, like, set to really low. The only time I'm on my computer is when, like, Lords is asleep. She sleeps in and I'm, like, awake. So I wake up early. She's not a morning person. I'm just gonna... This is the Lord stream, not the Sonic birthday stream. Sonic 2 for the Game Gear was a very hard game. I'm back on track! Again! Very hard game. Very frustrating. But I still loved it because of its killer soundtrack. Kept me coming back. Also Sonic's design. It was also plastered everywhere. There was definitely a huge marketing push for merchandise when I was a kid. And so I saw them everywhere. At my dentist, there was a Sonic 2 for the Dreamcast. Sonic 2 for the Dreamcast. Haven't you played it? Sonic 2 for the Genesis. At my brother's dentist. And when I was waiting for my brother to get out, I would always play Sonic 2. But it was like, I would only ever get to play Emerald Hill. Also, my neighborhood, like literally we're talking 5 minutes walk from my home where I grew up. 5 minutes walk away, a Blockbuster had an Adventure 1 kiosk for the Dreamcast. And I played that a lot, like when I was coming home from school and stuff like that. So it was just very, you know, easy to get into it and stay into it. The Blockbuster also had Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog VHSs, where I experienced most of my Sonic cartoon experience. I also saw the Sonic OVA through that too. Just video stores. It's very easy to just like fall in love with the series and stay into it, because the games were overall pretty good around that time too. Song requests. Also, probably time to change the plushie. This time.
Let me do it.
Okay. See, let it be known that I remembered. Is this 2,000 yen? That's what that is, right? E102 Gaming. Not right now, of course, because Tails here is drawing some nice art. But if anyone's interested, check out my channel later. I'm playing some Sonic games. Okay, E102 Gaming. I hope you sound exactly like Gamma. E102 from Sonic Adventure. I hope like all of your Let's Plays or whatever you do is like that. We've got Ninetales here. There's no real optimal way to look at her. I guess that. Yeah, it's a decent way. We've got a Ninetales here. Got this for Lords for Christmas. It's her favorite Pokemon. Yeah. So yeah, we're switching the franchises a bit. Song requests, play Sunset Park Act 3. $10 from Inking Stuff. Hey Evan, what type of pen are you using? Honestly, this is just a Bic pen. This is a Bic pen. It's a regular old Bic pen. Sorry, Inking Stuff, if you were looking for some professional answer. It's taken a really long time. Bet you it wouldn't take as long if I had a nice pen. But this is just what I'm used to drawing with. I'm sure that there's definitely something I should be using. I'm self-taught, so I'm open to criticism of my technique. Absolutely. Because my technique is definitely not optimal. Anyway. Let's see. Well, the first one I saw was Dreams of Absolution. Should I play that new remix or just nah? Absolution. Dreams of I forgot the O. Dreams of Absolution. You know which one I really like? The Starry Night remix by Lee Brotherton. I really like this one. But I have to resist my urge to blast it for you guys, because Lords' volume is so low and I can't even hear it. Well, you enjoy the music at a reasonable volume while I barely hear it. I really like this remix. Great remix. Sonic 2 for the Game Gear. Very hard. First boss gives you 0 rings. And you have to dodge a boulder that's coming at you. The screen on the Game Gear is too small. The game was originally programmed for the Master System with a wider screen, so you have more time to react to the ball bouncing in your direction. But because you have 0 rings and you can barely react to it, you die a lot. And as a kid, this was very frustrating. I was talking about my blockbuster experience with Sonic Adventure 1. It was very easy to get into it and all that stuff. I already talked about all that. And then, what happened after that was, I didn't have a Genesis, my own Genesis. But I would have multiple friends who had a Genesis for a very long time. And this was back in the time where you could rent a console. And now my mom didn't really like to buy us video games. However, this was at a time where I was seeing my dad every other weekend. And so, at the time, my dad would take advantage of the service that used to be provided by video stores where you could rent a console. And so, this is where I got like a kind of rainbow, confetti-style experience of gaming. There were weekends where we rented out the N64 and played Smash 64. So I played a little bit of that, but not to full completion. And so, all of a sudden, I know this huge catalog of games because I grew up right next to a video store. And so despite my heavy knowledge of Sonic, I typically know that era because that's when I was really into gaming. And so, I mean, that probably affects some of my opinions on video games. It definitely does, which is why I tend to stay out of bigger game debate things. But when it comes to Sonic, he originated in that time, and Sonic's at a period where he needs to evolve, and we can all feel it. No one knows for sure what he should do next. Unfortunately, and to some people's discomfort at the time, or at least right now, they have to trust the people who just brought them a game that they don't find very favorable. That being Sonic Forces. I'm not going to dodge around it. The last release had a lot of people feeling a little bit concerned about the future of where the brand is going to go. There's no ignoring that that's been the reception for the most part. Even if you're on the side where you enjoyed Sonic Forces, it's undeniable that that's part of the reaction. And so we're at a time where we just have to wait, have faith. We've had ups and downs that were definitely worse, and we're still here. So let's just do it. We can do it. We're fine. I'm not worried about it even a little bit. Sonic is a big part of gaming. He's gonna find a way. It's just, that's it. I don't know, maybe I'm in denial. But that just feels like the truth to me. Evan, why do you like Blaze so much? I don't know, I felt like every other female character was really over the top. And then all of a sudden, a character comes in that's a little bit, more reserved. And it's just aesthetically different. I think it's the same shock that you get when you see a character like Shadow, where you're used to in the series like Sonic, where you see all these protagonists that have quirky personalities, Tails looking up to Sonic and needing help or whatever it is. He always has a clear arc, and he's very vocal and sociable, and Knuckles is also sociable and loud, but not everyone relates to that. And it's a stark difference that characters like Blaze and Shadow are more reserved. They're the ones that are calculating, thinking, and I think that has an effect on a lot of people. That difference, and it worked really well with both characters. I really like them both for it, but I think it worked really well for Blaze because that character, for a female particularly, is rare. At least more rare well, it was more, I would say it was more rare at the time of Rush's release. And so it felt, you know, felt different. Also, her powers are great and her design is fantastic. The package around it, but I was just talking about what inspires the character, what brings it into Inception in the first place. You know, at least that's what I'm hoping the place came from for Blaze, and not they're like, we need a female character. I'm hoping they actually were like, I want to do something that's not been done. Take a character that has, do an arc that hasn't existed, or tell a new story. Palm Tree Panic next, definitely. It's gonna happen, Hedgiest. I promise you. I promise you. Okay, we got the head done. Just like that. Just like that. How long has it been? Oh gosh, 44 minutes. I wanted to color on this stream. Oh man. Oh well. I like to only stream for an hour just to, you know, avoid making bigger mistakes when I get fatigued. I'm sure we'll work our way up to longer streams in the future. We're just not there yet. Our life is... We got our own challenges. We got other things to do right now. Hopefully one day in the future those won't be things we have to worry about, though. Palm Tree Panic is coming at you, Hedgius. Palm Tree Panic. Good future? No, I just want Palm Tree Panic. US or probably Japanese. Here we go. Wait, is this it? Yeah, it is. Oh, I turned it up again. It sounds too quiet to me. I'm sorry. There we go. We got it. Okay. And so I think that's basically the story of how I got into Sonic. Being around video stores. Having like a knowledge of that era. That's kind of where my opinions stem from. It affects my opinions on games, probably, which is why I stay out of main or other games debates. I just know Sonic. And we're at a point where he has to evolve, and none of us know what to do. I just think that, yeah, that's where my positivity comes from. Is like I've been sticking around a long time, and like this is not new. Things will change. They have a lot before, and if they have before, they can again. That's it. That's all there is to it. And so I'm not worried about it. Amazing things have been happening in gaming. In general. It blows my mind every time. And I refuse to believe that things for Sonic won't be the same. It's not just a miracle anymore. Gaming has been like really great lately. I'm seeing it. Are you not seeing it? It might not be glowing around Sonic yet, but it's coming. I don't know. Is it just me? With the Switch, games have just been ridiculously good. Quality just changed. A little bit of a renaissance. Tails Channel, tips for a Sonic artist on art block. Yeah, actually. But I kind of need to have a page. Depending on the size of your page, I don't know if you can see this. I'm assuming you can. Depending on the size of your page, so let's just say that's the size of your page. 'Cause I don't want to use up this whole page. Is you can place, this is with Sonic just in particular, you can place like a few circles that fill up the space pretty well. And it might give you an idea of like some sort of pose you could do. Like right now, I don't know, I have art block all the time too. So like, this could be even Sonic's foot. It's very big. And then it gives you an idea. You got hands here, or maybe his hands are going to be spread. Oh, maybe I want his head to be bigger. Maybe I want his foot to be smaller. Oh, I wanted his foot over here. His foot's here. Maybe he's facing upwards. That's why his hands are like that. So his body would be... I don't know. That's kind of how I get started on my idea. If that makes any sense. I wasn't for all the wrong reasons. It's a classic though. Sonic Chronicle. No. Okay. That was the best I could really say. It's not the right method at all. That's just how I get an idea for a pose, so that the pose kind of fills the space. However, when you experiment with hand sizes, especially in traditional art, because I don't have like an ability to crop a whole hand and then like resize it whenever I want when it's in the sketch phase, I have to erase everything. So it's kind of a risk. I'm like always like, oh gosh, I hope I don't have to redraw this whole hand because it's not the right size. But you can tell I've done that here. Like there's a bunch of re-erases. You can tell. Like look at how many times the finger has moved around that thumb. And if you look around there, the hand was there at one point. Like, and you can see the finger was erased like 6 times. But that's how you get practice. You just keep trying. I'm trying different hands. Oh, that's not the one. It doesn't look right. Oh, that's not the one. It doesn't balance the space right. That's why it's on the side of the page. I don't even know if I wanted him standing upright. I wasn't even decided on the angle of the head yet. I was like, I haven't drawn him from this angle yet. I keep trying to like get an angle I haven't gotten of the adventure design, so it feels like it's in the adventure style, but it's from an angle you haven't seen him before, so it actually feels fresh. It's because that's what I always want to see. That's what I always expect to see. At least when I see adventure styles, I go like, okay, what are you doing to build on it? Is it just a head I've seen already on a new body, for example, because you're trying to stay on model? Which is perfectly fine to do, but it's just, I want to see more of the adventure design. That's how desperately I want the adventure remake. And I've just gotten tired of waiting, and so I will do it myself. Ha 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 ha. That's really the only good answer I've got for you, or explanation as to why I want it. I want to see this design come back. I do. I think it's really great. I like how his ears are floppy. He's got noodly arms. It still feels like classic Sonic in that regard. Though he's not as simple to draw as classic, and I think that's where the fatal flaw is. So I think myself included, I'm trying to find a way to do Adventure Sonic. And now Adventure Sonic specifically, not just Modern Sonic, with the floppy ears and all, and the floppy feet and floppy quills. So, because it would be very easy to say, oh, why don't you just do the Team Sonic Racing Overdrive Tyson Hess Modern Sonic Adaptation, which is a very great design and is ideal for animation, and I can't wait to see what they do with it moving forward. I actually hope to see it in the future. However, my personal goal is to see if I can do this design, but in a more like simplified way, where the animation is pretty consistent and like stylish and flexible. Maybe more like Sonic X in that vein, but longer quills, floppier, more of this graffiti rounded side. But it might have to be more easier to reproduce the quills. There might have to be some computerized way of doing the quills, perhaps. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe clump them together in such a way that it's like easy to draw them. I don't know. I'm very far from it, you can tell. Next song requests. Any next song requests? Remember when I used to draw cream? It's getting hot in here. Is it just because of my own voice? Oh no, I'm running out of time. I'm not even gonna... Oh well, I had fun talking with you guys, but you know what? This should be your time. Guys, how do you guys feel about the future of Sonic? Are you guys ready? You guys ready for the next step? Are you gonna proudly take the next step? Still being like, I'm a Sonic fan, whatever. Here we go. Is that you? Hydro City Act 1. For you, Al, anything. Here we go. We're good. I ain't ready. You're not ready, Happy Well, I mean, I'm not here to convince you, because there's no way I could. However, this fan base is exceptional. We're good. We'll be fine. We've been through much worse. That's all I can really say to reassure you, even though I've said that already. Sonic 06 music is really unappreciated, says Sonic Duelist #1. I don't think so. The message has been received on my end, at least through the community, that the OST for Sonic 2006 is pretty good. Maybe mainstream, but those are the same people that would say that Sonic just sucks in general. And so what does their opinion mean? They obviously don't know what they're talking about. Like, I don't know. Sonic hasn't been AAA title, but he's been doing alright. It's mainly Forces that's everyone's concerned. Lost World wasn't great either. Or at least it was off-brand. I don't want to say it wasn't great. A lot of effort went into that. I'm sure it was a passion project because it was a new gameplay style. However, it was off-brand. It didn't... And it wasn't for Sonic fans, and so I hope it succeeded in its mission. I will never know if it did. I wish that I could, so I could celebrate it with them. I'm sure that I would feel differently about it if it brought in a lot of new people to Sonic. I'd feel much differently about it, especially if I worked very hard to make Sonic welcoming to new people. I feel very proud of that. I'll never know that, but I'd like to. It's possible that it did, and it's possible that it didn't. I guess its sales are a little bit telling that it didn't. I heard it was like one of the lowest selling. But is that Lost World's fault? You know, it comes into question. Or is that the Wii U's fault? Because the Wii U in general didn't do very well. And so you begin to wonder, like, did Lost World really do poorly? Did Sonic start to just drop because the Wii U was dropping and it was hard for him to survive that because he signed that exclusive deal with a console tanking? And so it crushed Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, which was what they were putting all their effort into? Is it possible that they trusted Nintendo with the Wii U and oops, it didn't work? Oh yeah, Zelda, I'm sorry everybody. I'm sure I have song requests in reaction to that. When is the plush changing? Lords! Plush parade. Fine, I'll do it myself. Much better. Imperial Tower. You know what? Let's put one Forces song in there. Why not? I like it. Here we go. Imperial Tower. Probably our last song. I'm sorry. It had been classic for a while, right? I think this is fair. There are people who like this, right? I like this. I don't know, everyone's so quiet about Forces now. Roger, that soldier. Evan, I want to know your thoughts on people who are confident saying that the next Sonic game will be a failure. Well, I think when people say that, they're positive. They are either... Yeah, this is the only option. They're positive that where Sonic is right now and the team producing it can't build a game that will appeal to them in particular. And that's probably due in part to the fact that they probably haven't liked anything for like a long time. Like we're talking since after Adventure 1. And so they're at the point where they're like, the next game is going to suck like everything else. The problem is we now live in an age where you get like tons of messages all at the same time. And when two people are both negative about one topic and they have two different comments, you start to kind of like couple them together and say that your community goes, oh, it hates this for this and this reason. And in your mind, you kind of remember it as like one person because they're faceless people to you with just a username. And so it can get a little tricky. However, most people I think that say that have a good reason to say that. It's not, Sonic's not what they want it to be, and it's not gonna be what they want it to be in the future. But if it has, like if you've been down for like Sonic Generations, Sonic Colors, if you were like pretty happy with those things, then like, of course you're gonna be sticking around because you enjoy those games, and you're like, wow, that was pretty recent. Like they can do that again, especially when you know that they were trying to adapt it with forces, but it was just clearly not. And it's like, okay, they like want, they're still like listening. You know what I mean? Like, because we all were like, no, to Lost World. We were like, we want a boost again. That was the overall message, regardless if you were on the side of that. That was the message. Most people were just, in the reaction to Lost World, they were like, I wish it was a boost game. What happened? Because that was at the height of its popularity. However, the problem is, paired with Lost World not being what they wanted after Generations, because they wanted more boost after Generations, which is more open levels. But it's been so long. And so that's what we all were hoping Forces was going to be. Because that's what we have been waiting for since the end of Generations. I think for some reason they like, that was their fatal mistake, I think. All of a sudden they like they went somewhere new. They wanted to get Mario fans. I think they really banked in. It brings it back to my point from before. They really were banking on the success of the Wii U. They were like, we want Sonic to be like part of the Nintendo family. Can you imagine what would have happened? They did Generations and they're like, Nintendo, we want on board. Like they were doing DLC with like Yoshi. This is a theory, by the way. I don't actually know. Evan, what do you like more from Javier Alvarado? What do you like more, the spin dash or the boost? Spin dash for sure. Specifically how you have to like stand in one place to get it going. Limits you a little bit and makes it a little bit more impressive to see it done. Though I really like the drop dash too. I think that's a nice evolution of the spin dash for now. Similar to how I've gone back to Crash Insane Trilogy, or gone back to for the first time I've been playing through it with Lords, and like I remember most fondly with Crash is having all the abilities. So like the extended spin move from the near end of Crash Warped, Crash 3. That ability extends your time that you have an active hitbox to get an enemy to go away. Whatever. Man, I'm tired. This is why we only stream for an hour. I'm about to end. Oh, I actually am supposed to end already. See, that's my battery ends exactly at 1 hour. Did we do that one? We already did that one. Oh, you're gonna put them all together. Lords is gonna like, no, wait. I have to be drawing, and you have to like stop me from drawing by putting plushies on me. No, Lords, I want to draw more. No. It looks like I cannot longer anymore draw. Well, I honestly, if I'm being honest with you guys, I didn't socialize with you guys as much as I wanted to. I wanted to get to know a lot of you guys more, and I thought that I wouldn't be as distracted, but I think I did what I always do, which is in my effort to make it really entertaining with a plushie parade and a song requests and a drawing and interacting, making too many promises, I couldn't deliver. So I think the focus of the next stream is really going to be social. I feel like I owe it. I owe it to a lot of people now. So I'll keep you guys updated. I genuinely feel like I didn't deliver in that regard. But no, everything else was fine. Like the art was there. The music request was kind of there, but it was loud half the time. But, you know, we had fun. I'll do better next time, okay? I promise. Anyway, guys, next time I'll have less ideas. I'll just focus on the stream. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, Al, for appreciating me. Samaro for showing up. Rosemary, as always, thank you for showing up. Lilac. Roger That Soldier. Thanks for the love, dude. Happy Elm. Oh, you've stuck around for a really long time. Way back to the Perfect Redesigns, too, along with Samaro as well. Rosemary, I think, too. I See the Cool. Thank you so much for hanging out. Jamil, always a pleasure. I love seeing returning viewers. But let's shout out some new faces. Lorenzo. Sika Doom DX. Thanks for coming out. Rahul. I mean, you're newer as in you don't come like every week. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, my battery is depleting. My stream battery is depleting. I gotta go. Happy birthday, Sonic. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We'll talk more soon. Good night, guys. Have a great week. And summer. Even though I'll see you before then. See ya.